It feels so good to tell people that I'm going home. Turn the key and walking in here and knowing that this is my place.
The bottom line is, we're glad to be here, and hopefully people will see this and take a chance on those that are out there. We're all not bad people.
A lot of our clients don't have the best background to an open market landlord, and so we have a real estate team that's worked really hard in engaging landlords in Alameda County to be open to work with our population and to oversee the barriers that some folks might have if applying for a unit. Our landlords are connected to a housing specialist, and the client is connected to a long-term service provider. They work all as a team together to maintain the tenancy for the lease period for that particular client.
Most people that I've leased up in these units have come with support. When you just rent out to John Q. Public on Zillow, there is no support system, there is no mitigation fund, so you're kind of taking that risk anyway in the general marketplace of moving apartments. The great thing about what we're doing here, besides helping people, because I'm all about helping people, giving a hand up, giving some housing. There's also, we need to get paid for the apartment. We have overhead, we have mortgages. If I don't pay my rent or my mortgage, the bank comes and says, hey, we're taking the building from you. So it's incumbent upon me to keep the inventory leased. And what better way to do it if you're helping somebody and getting paid at the same time too. There's actually some mitigation funding available if there's some damage of some sort, and you're basically guaranteed getting your rent. So it's just a different venue of renter, and it really has its benefits.
A lot of your concerns are alleviated and already taken care of by the agencies, because they're kind of like the glue that will bring the owner and the resident together to where we can move forward in a positive direction for a good outcome for everybody.
I still have one now that check on me if it's okay, are you having any challenges. I believe that's a key component when you're coming from a shelter, from homelessness to having a housing coordinator or even a support group. They paid my deposit, they got my furniture. I sat down, we made goals, we made a plan, how you gonna pay your rent, how you gonna save your money, what you gonna do. Coming into here, it's like I had doubts of getting the apartment because I hadn't had an apartment like this before.
We're dealing with folks who've been homeless for many, many years, so the thought of making it real is so anxiety provoking.
I was scared. It just seemed too good to be true. I didn't know that kind of help existed out there. I remind myself that you're permanently housed.
I think I feel happy and elated now that I found a place rather than being on the streets. I know it definitely helps with school. I guess one thing I would say to landlords would be don't always judge a book by its cover, because everybody
has a story to tell. Take the time to know the people, look deeper than the surface and find out what it is that's going on in a person's life, or should I say what happened to put them in that situation.
A lot of us are one event or one paycheck or just one mistake. Life circumstances that you could never foresee can just pop up, and you go from somebody that has a place to stay to somebody that's begging for a place to stay. So this has changed it's given me my life back.
Hopefully there are people out there who have property that will see this message and say, okay, we'll take a chance on somebody else. Hand up, not a handout.
So what I'd like other landlords to know is people are people. And when you do something, especially for people that are really in difficult situations, is very gratifying. And part of why we're here on earth. We're not an island. We're all here looking for the same thing.